Why is digital marketing analysis important for B2B tech and manufacturing companies? Joe and Michael are here to answer that question.
Today we want to talk a little bit about digital marketing analysis and why it's important for tech and manufacturing companies, and very much in particular to consider doing a digital analysis before any sort of digital ad spend or executing any sort of digital marketing tactic at all, because of lost efficiencies without that, and what we've seen over the years and in working with tech and manufacturing is that any sort of campaign without doing that research up front tends to have a lot of lost efficiencies and loss in general. These campaigns could be optimized so well if we just have that information up front. So, our experience in working in both scenarios and seeing both scenarios with or without an analysis up front, we've, as a company, we've really set a standard that, we won't work with a client unless we have done an analysis first, because our success in the long run is contingent upon, having the right information right when we start our digital marketing. So I wanted you here because you're our expert in strategy and actually do a lot of work with our analyses. And so I just kind of wanted to talk to you about the guts of a digital marketing analysis. What is in it? What is it? What's the purpose in your eyes? And just maybe explain those components and some of the top objectives.
It's so important for us to do a digital marketing analysis when we start with a new company, because it really sets the tone for much of the marketing activities we're going to do for the near-term future. The first step we need to do is we got to sit down with that company's stakeholders and their leaders, management, to understand what are the business objectives. How does the company function? What does the sales process look like? What are their customers like? And what is the competition like?
A lot of times we see that the stakeholders have really not clearly defined that for themselves.
It's a great opportunity to just kind of get back to the basics, lay everything out on the table, drop any assumptions about what we might think the company could or should be doing in the digital space, and just kind of get all this raw material out on the table.
Sure.
We take the conversation from that, we come back to the office, and we do a couple weeks of research. And from what we've learned in that conversation, we dive deep into who is the target persona out there that is looking for companies and services like the ones you offer. We take a look at what kind of language they're using online. Those are our keywords that Google recognizes, that the visitor, the user, certainly recognizes. It's the language of the industry. So we've got to see kind of what that language looks like out in the digital landscape. Then we've got to look at the competition. Who else could that target persona potentially buy from? Not only the local competitor, but who else is taking up space in the digital world that we might need to bid against in paid advertising, or that we might need to surpass in search engine results. So definitely important to think about there.
One thing I think we miss, and the industry misses, tech and manufacturing particularly, is that each one of these companies has such a different niche and goes after a different target audience, has such a different level of competition associated with them. There's really no kind of like one-size-fits-all package for digital marketing.
Right.
So when we do this analysis, it really helps to flesh out, really what do I need to spend to beat my competition and to meet these business goals we set out right up front.
Right. Absolutely, and that's what the kind of the culmination of the analysis is. It's a marketing recommendations based on what we've learned in the research. And every company needs a little bit of a different recipe in order to get the results they need, and depending on their business goals. And so when we go, after we put together the research, we present the digital marketing analysis book with the company, and we lay out very clearly not just what the details of the research are, but also what the opportunities are given what the research is saying to us. And we lay out their digital marketing opportunities using this website with these kinds of campaigns, with these kinds of tactics, within these kinds of channels. We can expect to see these kinds of results. within your industry for your company.
So that analysis then becomes the guidebook moving forward. It's not just don't do it once and it's done sort of a manual. It's a living, breathing organism that we want to modify and grow as we continue to find out new things, as we're A/B testing campaigns, as we're speaking to different or adjusting target personas because the company's business goals may change or vary over time. So does that analysis document.
Right. It's not a presentation.
Yeah.
It's a playbook.
It's a playbook.
It's our go-to kind of rock that we look back on when we're producing new content, when we're entering into a new territory or with a new product line, because that has the research. We put a lot of time into it, so that way we can get a really good foundation, and then when we're going forward with marketing, we're executing based on the research. And it's, like you mentioned, it's constantly updated with what we're doing, what works, what hasn't worked. We might have thought that this channel was going to be really key. We've tried it for some time and we're realizing we actually have much greater opportunities in another channel.
Yeah.
All this stuff is documented with the digital marketing analysis.
Great. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks.
Appreciate your help.